recording again. So a little bit on that late there. I'll take the adventuring gear, but I probably don't want to run it. Then again, it is a cheap one too, because the thing is that you have to be running a lot of landfall. So this is more incidental than permanent. Ravenous Amulet. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card, put a soul counter. If the Heir Apparent deck works, we can just if the Heir Apparent part works, the Ravenous Amulet becomes pretty good. Alternately, I could take a Vampire Soul Caller, but if I can keep my curve low, I'll do that. It does mean Adventuring Gear goes. So we'll see if the other Heir Apparents wheel. If they wheel, it would be interesting. There's a Scarred Baron. We're definitely taking that. So now we're... So for those... Okay, so that one did not wheel. Single graveyard. There's at least one creature. Exile this way. Yeah, we can take this. It's fine. It's a good way... There's a Soul Caller. There's a Quick Draw Katana, which... No, we don't really want. I guess we can take one Soul Caller. I'm gonna... Yeah, the one earlier did not wheel. There's also a chance that we don't see any more of these, which makes it quite awkward. But it's kind of worth speculating. So there is a clause out, which okay. Unfortunately, this is a cat check. Midnight Snack is no good. There are some rare... Unfortunately, the rares don't line up on our colors. Honestly, the correct pick would be Claws Out, even though, as expensive as it is. We will just have to start taking cats, which we can start doing aggressively. It's a shame we're gonna be passing on loot or whatnot. I honestly would like to see the Rabbit Apparent deck work. There is an argument also for the Quick Draw Katana, I guess. Well, there's another Heir Apparent. There is a Healer's Off. Zombify not so much for us, though we are in those colors. Whenever these creatures attack creatures you control. This one's quite good, but I need to look for something where when a I'm hoping for the black uncommon, which is when a creature dies. That basically the Blood Artist of Foundations. That would be a really good setup for us if we can get it to work. Hey, we've got a Sky Knight Squire. Whenever another creature you control enters, okay, this is solid. Otherwise, our other choices would be Armasaur Guide, I guess. Yeah, we're taking the Sky Knight Squire. So at least we got one rare to line up. Another Burglar Rat would be nice. No reason to take Zombify yet. We haven't seen anything that big. So, kind of a bit of a zoo deck here. Hungry Ghoul. There's an Overrun, which will wreck us if our opponent's playing heavy green. I guess I can take a Hungry Ghoul here. Our alternate choice would be Goldvein pick. But as it is, no real payoffs for either the life gain part or the playing many creatures part. Crypt Feaster, no. There is a Prideful Parent. This does get us 2 cats. We're definitely running this one. Or all of a sudden, the Healer's Hawk is not so great anymore. Oh, there's another Prideful Parent, but there's also Resolute Reinforcements, which you can play at instant speed. That said, we have Claws Out, which benefits from having the cats, so... Someone's gonna take the Galta and Overrun. Yes, and... You know what? That is a good point. I should have taken... One thing I should probably be doing is take a screenshot of the player lineup of all those who are playing before the stream starts. Then take a look. If I happen to see any combination of cards that is quite dangerous, and I see that person, and I see one of the 7 there, I should be on the lookout for that. Okay, And you know what? It scares me enough that I do have to take Stroke of Midnight. I also noticed that we're not getting a lot of black removal. So the black is actually our weakest bet right now. We're pretty much mono white at this point. Like we can actually go mono white. None of the black is that. None of the black is that powerful. I guess though it isn't. Though we do have an excuse to run Macabre Waltz now. It's either that or second Luminous Rebuke, which is... I'll take at least one Macabre Waltz first. Okay. Not quite bulking up, but it's an uncommon. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of soul counters on this artifact. So this honestly is also, the activate only is a sorcery part. Yeah, if we don't have any... Well, at least we got the Armasaur Guide. If we don't have anything that benefits off creatures dying, then this is no... Then this might actually be quite no good. Oh, Brazen Scourge. Well, welcome back. Soar of Chaos. Okay, let's see if we can write something great. Ooh, there's a Mossborn Hydra. This one's really good. We'll probably have to end up taking. Oh, there's a Bake into a Pie, which we can take. It's better than so. Is it better than Stroke of Midnight for us? Sad to say, the Stroke of Midnight is better, even if we're giving them a creature, because this one is double black, and we are strongly in white right now. That said, this one did wheel. So I could use this as an opportunity to take the Healer's Hawk instead, or the Infernal Vessel. We'll take the Infernal Vessel for now. Let's see. Cat Collector. Speaking of cats, we can just take the Helpful Hunter that draws us a card. Cat Collector, that is a way to pay off the life gain, but we're so far from life gain already that... And there's an Abyssal Harvester. Exile target creature card that was put there. Then exile all other... I'll try it. I'll try it, but it's super weird. Oh, there's a Make Your Move, which is pretty good. There's another Overrun, which we're about to pass. So... At least we have a decent stack. Most of our cards are on the 2 and 3 slot. We could probably cut one of... We have 4 cards in our 5s, though this one's functionally a 2. This one, if we're lucky, we don't have to play as a 5. Yeah, we're taking the Helpful Hunter here. Siphoner. When this enters, if you attack this turn, look at the top 3. Nope. Meowser it is. Heroic Reinforcements is really the good one. Nightmare Heir Apparent. Heir Apparent. Let's double check the Abyssal Harvester. It's exile target creature card. So we honestly probably would want 1 or 2 more if we want to do, especially if we want to do the Abyssal Harvester trick. I think we're fine at 3 copies. There's a Elvish Archdruid, which we're passing to, but we have to take the Prideful Parent. So all of a sudden, Soul Shackle Zombie is not so great. We can cut that one. Ravenous Amulet. Speculative right now. I'm not too sure how great this one is. We are actually a triple Prideful Parent, so we actually do have to be careful. Mischievous Pup is actually probably better for our Prideful Parent Heir Apparent right now. So we're literally just all dogs. It's raining cats and rabbits and a few dogs. There's a Gutless Plunderer. Okay, it's now drying up for us. I'll take it. Not sure if I run it. There's another Mischievous Pup, which we could get it going. There's another Infernal Vessel, which we could get, which is quite good for us as well. Which would I like better between these two, though? There's also Straight Up Juggernaut, but I think I'm taking the Mischievous Pup. Again, if we can force ourselves mostly into one color and limit our mana on the other color, that would be the plan. Dazzling Angel. Yeah, we're taking this. This gives us our life gain angle. So buys us a bit of time. Infernal Vessel for reanimation. That's the Infernal Vessel itself reanimating. Admittedly, it is a good strat where Infernal Vessel, it dies, it comes back as a demon. Then it dies again sometime down the line. Then you reanimate with Abyssal Harvester. You, that you get actually no, because creates a token. So it's a token 2/1. This is really more for the Infernal Harvester is really more for the sacrifice deck. And you know, we're passing way too many overruns. That is a super late overrun. So that means no one's really in the heavy green. So but you do raise the point, Galta into overrun is still gonna be a thing. Won't wave. Do I have 4 copies of this already? We'll just take this one. So we're definitely nowhere near the white-black actual strategy. I thought if another creature dies, not itself might... Well... Yeah, it's when this creature dies. So, yeah, it's a shame. Could have been a lot better, I suppose. So 17-7, so we can make this a 10-8. We have to make 2 cuts. I'm looking at... let's check. 18-7, so we actually want to cut creatures here. We could cut 1 Prideful Parent. We don't need that many cats. We only need about 3 cats per se. The 1 Armosaur Guide is fine. So we can cut 1 Prideful Parent. Keeping the Infernal Vessel. We could cut 1 Burglar Rat, because this one's the awkward one. Though we're heavy in 10-9, I ideally want to cut a 3 drop. I could also just cut the Ravenous Amulet, because it does draw us into cards though. So it's trading a creature for a card. If we get enough tokens, so maybe the Prideful Parent goes back in. I could cut the Stroke of Midnight, but we are really going to be relying on Luminous Rebuke. Make your move. Yeah, we'll only have 2 pieces of removal if we... We'll only have 2 pieces of removal. We cannot make that cut. I guess we cut the Waltz because we know we have too many creatures. And... we could cut 1 Mischievous Pup, I guess. So we'll run it like this. I'm still not liking the even split, but we know that we are quite close to this one. Let's see if we can make this work. Wish me luck, guys. And to be fair, I scroll through the cards quite quickly, so sometimes I have to read through them as well. Oddly enough, we're starting with most of our black creatures, but hey, at least we get to drop them 1 off at a time. The Mischievous Pup is gonna be quite annoying for our opponents, I guess. Especially if our opponent's gonna be relying on card draw. Now that said, if it's blue-black, we might be helping them a bit. Blue-red also okay, blue-black, we might be helping them a bit because it's a threshold deck. So if our opponent goes for a card draw spell, I should probably just hold the Stroke of Midnight instead. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that because I think our opponent hits us for 2, sure. So now, Erudite Wizard. Okay, we go for this right now. Yeah, we could have saved damage this way, but it looks like our opponent's doing the massive setup. We do have the Hungry Ghoul Sack to eat it, but this also gets bigger over time. I could just Stroke for Midnight it, but I might want to wait for it to gain counters first. So we're gonna pass. Also missing our land drops not so great. Because one thing we can actually do is... When it actually has a second Mischievous Mystic, so... Okay, wait. We can actually block though. Let's see, do they have the counter spell? Return. Now we could block this, but if they have the other card, if they have a way to draw and they have like think twice. No, fleeting distraction. Okay, it kind of does it either way. So it was worth a shot. But yeah, missing our land drops now, that one's super painful. So the plan is to try to buy sometime. Opponent is also in the Flyers deck, so we have to be careful. Our Flyers are going to be super important. Our opponent could have a fake your own death, but I have to force them to use it. I cannot just keep it like that forever. Stab. Okay, they have that instead. Opponent's just having the best setup, while yeah, us stuck on lands is a real problem. Actually, our opponent had a really solid draft. What the heck? Opponent's even willing. Oh, okay. We have so little removal. I might just concede this as is. We missed out on the removal train. We're taking a lot of damage that we... I guess we can stroke up Midnight already. But yeah, our opponent had a really solid draft, finally. Let's force that last card out of our opponent. Oh wow, they really were draft. But yeah, we're gonna die to the Flyers. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 6 damage in the air. We have no out. All of these incidentally being Flyers is really painful for us. Not a great start to the draft. If any, I still have to keep the claws out, unfortunately, but I'm tempted to actually cut it in favor for another creature. Or say a Macabre Waltz. I'm gonna keep it for now, but I'm probably gonna swap it out later. Yeah, that was not a great game for us, honestly. We were never in it. Opponent had the cheaper removal. We really should have played more creatures, but no, we had all our late game cards in hand. That's probably an easy mulligan. Okay, we get to keep this one. At least we get a redraw. And we have some of our removal. Opponent discarding a Macabre Waltz. They might be the sacrifice deck, so... Oh, Infestation Sage? Kind of. Oh, they're 3-color. Yeah, we'll trade it right away. Better to force it out as a token creature. Are they just gonna go fishing with this? Because if they're gonna do that, oh, and there's a swinging. They're not actually activating it. Okay. So let's see. We can Luminous Rebuke, get it out of the way. Do I have too many black cards? Black mana. We'll play the Helpful Hunter. We might draw into a white source. Nope, we did not. But if we do have the Armored Sword Guide set up soon. Let's see if what our opponent's next play is. Honestly, our opponent should be making tokens. So exile top 2 cards. Land and Rat. They're gonna go for the Burglar Rat. They're gonna try to make us discard. So if we're forced to discard, I'm probably just gonna discard. Oh wait, why didn't they make a? Oh, no bait counter. They have not actually started baiting the fishing pole. Okay, let that land. We probably give up the hawk. One is gonna try to sacrifice some, or they might actually start fishing. Heartfire Immolator. Okay, that's removal. Oh, they're holding. Holding pattern. Now, sacrifice this creature, it deals to target creature or planeswalker. So they could actually do this in response. I have to force it out though. I have to force them to use it. Which is fine. Loot. Which is fine. Gets rid of that. I'm fine with that setup. Okay, I take it back. Maybe I do want the Macabre Waltz. So we just need the one more mana for the Armasaur Guide. Although it's just put a counter, but let's say putting the counter in the Prideful Parent, that's gonna start being really helpful. Ooh, opponent's not gonna start fishing with the rat. Okay, we missed that one. Still gonna swing with these two though. Because now if our opponent decides to tap the rat, I can just remove the rat in response. So it does not trigger because it's whenever the equipped creature is untapped. That said, we still need that 5th mana. The opponent is now playing it out there. Probably not gonna bother delaying. Probably not gonna bother delaying the next one. I'm just gonna go for the I'm gonna go for Armasaur instead. Hungry Ghoul is also an option. And want to mix a fish token, sure. So we're basically holding on to Stroke of Midnight for whatever big creature they have left. They're not making fish anymore. Sire of 7 Deaths. I will gladly pay 7 life for that. Now I'm hoping they don't have a way to reanimate, or else we're really doomed. Yeah, I'll gladly trade. So this is where I'm now hoping our opponent does not have a Zombify, or else that's it. We only have one more removal spell left. I'm being really patient though. I could go wide with this one, but I could also go with this one instead. we're giving our opponent another fish token. Though oddly enough, if our opponent just keeps making more tokens, it makes our Blasphemous Edict really cheap. Yeah, this one's gonna be a bit of a long game. We're really just waiting to get Armasaur Guide up. We've not hit land for a while, which actually scares me. We did hit the land at last. Probably. So I'll swing with Infernal Vessel first. One is actually gonna take. So we're actually gonna now play the Prideful Karen. Then end the turn right there. One is gonna keep going sideways, but odd enough, the other plan for us is that we can hope our opponent just gums up the board even more than we just Blasphemous Edict. One's gonna try to keep pinging us. Yeah, we'll Burglar Rat first. See how our opponent blocks this one. We are threatening lethal in a sense. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm a bit silent. There's quite a lot of thinking going on here. Okay, opponent. Oh, they're going. Okay, we will sacrifice one. And that's because I'm going to take out the one that has the fishing pole. I'm not going to take out both. Yeah, this one. Oh, it's good it highlighted that. Let's us know which one has the fishing pole. So let's see. Goldvein pick. Opponent doesn't have that many. Okay, they did have the Sire 7 Deaths, but 7 Deaths, Heartfire, Immolator, not that many creatures. I'm hoping the opponent tries to gum up the board now. Because I go Blasphemous Edict, I go Blasphemous Edict, I'll be swinging with a 4-3, and our opponent might not have removal left. Our opponent seems to be way into the equipment thing. Okay, they're not gonna even try. There you go, got the concession there. Basically, it allows me to force with multiple creatures now at that point. Whew. We had a decent one there. It was a very scary one. Our lack of removal is going to be a big issue from this point on. And our lack of cheap removal is also an issue as well. We did not see a murder. We did not see a stab, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're really scrounging for removal. I think most of our removal really came from white, that's for sure. So there we go. Let's just keep going with this one. I really need to solve the problem with my hard drive. I don't understand why. Before I was able to stack in quite a few videos, but now it looks like. Oh wait, maybe it's the save files. Okay, this one I'm willing to keep. Healer's Hawk, Heir Apparent, Heir Apparent. Again, we're kind of struggling on mana, but we're gonna go with this one. We get to go kind of aggro. We have one piece of removal if we hit our land. I really would have liked to hit more rabbits though. But yeah, it tells that our curve is relatively low as well. For the most part, like it's mostly 2 drops and 3 drops. Though the 3 drop part doesn't help if we don't hit our third land, but it does help that as far as our 3 drops are concerned. No, because that was one question that I was asked before, like what Association Sage, Healer's Hawk. No, I am not gonna trade. Our opponent might just stab it though. No, Vengeful Blood Witch. This is what I was looking for. Where were you when I needed you? Well, it seems to be mono black right now as well. Oh, but they held back. Okay. And no murder. I am willing to offer the trade. No, one is still. If we can hit the third mana, we missed one land drop already. No, opponent conceded. Looks like they missed their second color. I'm fine with it. Okay, that was a good one. That's also a very fast one as well. Let's keep going. Is there an argument for going even lower, like cutting one more swamp, so we go 10-6-1, so it's really an 11-7? Maybe, but we do have some double black. Okay, maybe I do want to consider that. Okay, this is better. So we have a turn 2 rat, turn 3 prideful parent. We skip the Armasaur guy. The really bad part of this is to activate only as a sorcery, but I'm keeping this for now because if the board is gummed up reasonably well, we can stick with it. Okay, one is playing red-green, which is a concern for us mid-range, so at least we have one make your move, but if our opponent goes any bigger at that point, it's a problem. We'll take... But that said, if we generate enough tokens, I would consider the Ravenous Amulet. We're this into a Burnished Heart. I could get really greedy and take out the Burnished Heart right now, so they don't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swing with the Prideful Parent. One is probably not gonna block. Yep. This is super greedy. I would rather just take out the larger creature instead. Yeah, we'll do Hungry Ghoul into Ravenous Amulet, but honestly I think the Amulet's a mistake now. I kinda want to drop it already. The Ravenous Amulet is good if I don't have the Hungry Ghoul, so I guess it's kind of a backup. missing the land for this. I am gonna play chicken with this. If our opponent wants to sacrifice that first, they have to go first. Okay, they went first. They sacrificing, going for the lands. I kind of want to. Oh, wait, let's. Okay, no, not yet. I haven't dealt damage yet. Sorry. I don't want to see a few cards at least. Okay. We'll play the Infernal Vessel first. This one is a good one with either the Amulet or the Ghoul. They're gonna snipe the Ghoul, which is why we have the Amulet, I suppose. So we do have options. I ideally would like, okay, oh, they had Direct Sage. Okay, so no more Amulet. It's fine. I guess we just start swinging with both of these guys. If our opponent has a combat trick to buff power, hopefully it's big enough that I can force them to make their move. So we'll go for that. Yeah, as you can see, double black is a bit of an issue. Thankfully, I don't need it that early. So, just play the Heir Apparent. Also missing our land drops, fun oddly enough. Even Dragon. Okay, there's our make your move target. They can swing at us for 3, but they're not going to swing. Also, odd. Is there a hexproof thing? Just have to keep going aggro for now. They might have a pump spell. In which case they would block, they would just burst lightning. Okay, that's fine. Could fire Lagak. Okay, that one's a bit of a problem now. But I could still swing into it. I could also just nuke their last card. Let's nuke their last card. Don't tell me they had multiple burst lightnings. Come on. Oh, it's an Abrade, which I'm fine with because I've been meaning to do that. Let's see. Then exile all other nightmare tokens you control. Okay, I'm doing a check. So if I had to do... I have to go for the trade. It's really... No, opponent's not trading. So next turn we can start getting back our Prideful Parents. We have only one Heir Apparent, so we... Flagstorm. Ooh, nasty. Thankfully they missed this one. Oh, no, we're taking. Now I could race, but please don't have another removal spell. Come on, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 top spinner. Yeah, I'm definitely not. That was put there this turn, so I missed the boat on it. This is not good. Though I can chump block, get it back. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, Abyssal Harvester is not. If our opponent doubles, oh, it doesn't matter. They can make another one. Ugh, Slag Storm. Why? Why do you have to exist? Yeah, it doesn't really matter which one I block, but. And then, oh, it has to be. Slags. We got ruined by the Slag Storm. That was so unfortunate. So it's actually so hateful. Well, we do have a board wipe also. We just never got to ours. So not looking good for the small guy deck. Oh wait. I need to decide if I want to want to cut that one card. Though the amulet did help us, it did draw us closer. It also, but it did eat the Rex Sage fodder. But the Abyssal Harvester turns out to be is really bad if we can't. It really has to be on board early. That might actually be, if not for our lack of power, I would cut that in a heartbeat. Yeah, this one's... Also, why are these the people? Are there not many people drafting? Okay, mode. Keep. Again, give up the Armasaur guide, but I do like Burglar Rat, Mischievous Pup, Burglar Rat. When it could have an off. They gave up the Mocking Sprite, so that's not us. I think they still have an off. No, Spectral Sailor. The Flyers deck is also quite hateful as well. Just have to live with it. And then swing first. Alright, just play the Prideful Parent. Give us more options. Start building our board a bit. Also give us more targets to... Okay, they hit their fourth card. Take the damage. Oh, we're just staring contest, huh? If our opponent goes to draw a card, I'm tempted to just remove it right now. They can have the Wrath of God. No, let's leave it. They're kind of hoping to land some really big creature. So in that case, I'm hoping to land my 5th land. Yeah, that Abyssal Harvester is going to be really staring at me in the face. Eventually, they'll have to do something else. Let's say they drop a big Tolarian Terror, for example. It's something. I'm actually curious as to... Well, they've been drawing quite a lot of cards. They definitely have to have something to play right now. Felidar Savior. Wait, that's one card. Take... Okay, we missed on that one, but I can't swing at this point. I actually have to wait for them to swing, but it's also concerning. Yeah, I think what I do is I swing out first. See which one they block. Mischievous Pup, get it out of the way. It'll be annoying if they do have a counter spell, but no, we get it out. Fleeting distraction on that one to draw a card, sure. And I just play Healer's Walk up top. So at least we can soak up the Felidar Savior, but they've drawn quite a lot of cards. It is admittedly a big gamble on our part. Yeah, if we get the nut next game, I am dropping the Abyssal Harvester. It's just not working. Let's force them to have the combat trick. No combat trick. Just trade. Sunless Healer just to get it back. Oh, it's not mana value 2 or less. None of these work, so the kick was wasted. So I could just snipe this, swing with these 3. But then I open myself up to whatever big creature they have. Let's play the Prideful Parent in again. We're just gonna have to accept they're gonna be gaining quite a bit of life for this moment. Yeah, we kind of dodged that one. Sunless Healer, not that great. Okay, great. Day of Judgment. They did have the Wrath, so it's a good thing I didn't bother using that. I figured they'd have a Wrath, which is why I didn't want to load anymore. So that is the issue with Wrath effects. We do get to reload first. Vanishing Light is annoying though. And Rebuke does not hit it. We do have Stroke of Midnight to hit that, which is a real feel bad. Yeah, this is where we now start swinging. And at least we could block the Mystic if ever, but they're probably going to use it to start drawing into more cards. Yeah, our rares are Sarah Angel, that's a good Luminous Rebuke target. And it's not going to get tapped, so I'm just going to go for it. Now, it does become a problem if they have a second one. Because that leaves me with Make Your Move, our Board Wipe, and Stroke of Midnight. Like, we got really lucky with that one battle against the Sire 7 Deaths. That was our opponent's only big creature. Yeah, we really needed the payoffs for life gain. we were lacking that for the longest time, so we were just playing this as straight aggro, and it does show that there is a big difference when you can get it to line up versus not getting it to line up. So I'm really curious. Our opponent has a lot of resources. They should be fine. They have Kaito.
I've got all the intel.
So
Follow me, Pon-Pon-chan.
going for the draw and discard. So they will get the token. Opponent ran out of juice and rope. Nah, nowadays I'm more forgiving about this. I've had enough internet issues. Thank you, Philippines, to be a bit forgiving about that. Also, a few power issues. It is what it is. So this one's a 5. Our best bet is to actually just skip these guys.
Your secrets
and just go straight for our opponent at this point, which is super risky. Okay, last one is Edict, but I'm gonna swing first, all in on our opponent. It's a bit of a feel bad for Infernal Vessel, but we have to force our opponent to use all their spells like this. Opponent could still do the draw discard, but they would need. Okay, they're making a ninja instead. They're looking for blockers. This one it's still only 1 fairy token, so it's 4 creatures versus 5. We passed the 1 card that gives indestructible. I really wish I had taken that, but it wouldn't have worked as a sacrifice.
I'm a master of my craft.
So let's see. Swing. This blocks it. Yeah, mass swing. But we are kind of dry as well. Aetherize. Okay. Oh, well, you're the one who aetherized my hand back. That was a very easy decision.
It pays to have connections.
And I also get to restart with this one again. Yeah. The Aetherize backfired, and I so like it. I'll take that one. That was you know what? Sometimes when you can't think of the right play, you have to just have your opponent make it for you. Well, 3 wins, so we are at the 1,000 gem territory, which is not bad. Yeah, that was that was a GG. Thank you opponent moment there for sure. Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure. Let's see if we can keep going with this one. But man, we've been here for quite a while. Like, wow. Well, it's been an hour. Okay, Heir Apparent, Hungry Ghoul. Well, ideally it's Hungry Ghoul first, but this is our payoff card. I would like to have more cheap creatures, but can't complain about this one. I really should cut the Abyssal creature though. That one is never lining up. Yeah, we hold on Hungry Ghoul because I want to play this one turn 3, then next turn I play this one. Get that setup going. Qatar Commando. Okay, we'll trade. Everyone's into white. Everyone's into white blue. What's up with that? If our opponent swings with Qatar, it's an easy trade. We only have like 3 Hera Parents. Right? No, this does complicate things a bit. No, we'll still trade. Stroke of Midnight is an option, but I might want to wait for want to wait for a bigger creature. Also, maybe our opponent has a way to buff, give this a big buff, so we'll. So we can just make our move on it later. Come on, buff it. Twin Blade. Ooh, that. I guess it's enough. It's enough to force me to Stroke of Midnight. Oh well. I guess Luminous Rebuke is enough too. Yeah, this is a nasty combat trick, for sure. And our opponent is stuck. Yeah, you have too many cards, opponent. Why did... Yeah, pitch a few of them. They might have their own, in which case... Luminous Rebuke? Yeah, sure. We have ways of getting this out. Ooh, opponent is stuck. Well, we're kind of stuck too. So we're kind of leaning on the removal a bit. It's also why I haven't removed it. Oh wow, our opponent. Well, it also helps that the 3 mana counter spell of choice is double blue. So let's see, opponent did not hit the land, but hit the Dauntless Veteran. They'll probably just trade with the price. Oh no, they're not trading. Okay. Hey! Hey, long... Okay, so let's see. Let our opponent play that first. They get to only put 1 counter on this. When this creature attacks creature... You know what? Let's see if they attack. No, they didn't get greedy. It's a shame. So... I guess we hold back a bit? Yeah, we can hold back. We have a Healer's Hawk. We can now wait. I'm gonna try to respond to him, our friend later, if some situation is a bit off. Okay, so let's our opponent play that one first. Yeah, most of our opponent's creatures I'm dodging. Dodging it is a bit of an annoyance, but it is what it is. I guess we can just remove this right now. Our alternate plan is just Blasphemous Edict right now. Well, we have regrets, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll just play that now. Hmm. Super all in on this one. Yeah. Opponent had that one, so... But our opponent was having the higher toughness board, so we kind of had to go in on that. Yeah, I'm super down on this one now. Harvester not quite harvesting anything well. Could have used a good white rare, but we do know that we have more creatures where they came from. But now we can use the Mischievous Pup to dodge a removal spell. They've been having the Inspiring Paladins. I guess we can Helpful Hunter, then buy it back, start to draw more cards in. Maybe less of that. I could play it now, draw it again, but I want to save one block at least. So now we're hoping to go claws out. Now they might actually have a counter spell now, which would be bad for us. Refute is actually quite good as apparently the replacement counter spell now. Just buy it back for now. Giada, Font of Hope. See if we can draw any more creatures. Then we start going really sideways and swing. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have their own board wipe. So I could swing with this one, it'll just trade with one of these. I could swing with both of these, I guess. Because this forces at least one block. Oh, forces the Giada block. I'll take it. They have the Empyrean Eagle, but they missed the Giada there. So one is on the defensive, so are we though. We've hit 9 lands. One is at 6. So they should also be breaking a bit as well. Now this is where the question is: do we start trading? Do we start trading creatures? Well, I guess that's our alternate plan. The Ravenous Amulet did not have to... I guess they didn't want people drawing cards at sorcery speed, but it doesn't feel bad. At least we kind of sandbagged. At least both of us are sandbagged in a way. I think Burglar Rat. And we sacrificed this because, they definitely would have more lands in hand at this point. Ravenous Amulet might be make. Also, we never got to play with our white rare. So what I could do with this is I could swing with 3 of these, put the counter on 1, give up the other 2. Luminous Rebuke, just destroyed that. But we still get our counter, so... Yeah, I figured that was what's gonna happen. Oh, we end up trading most of it. Back to square one. We do have we have one more Heir Apparent. We have no more Prideful Parents. We have no more Burglar Rats. My concern is that we might be drawing into this might be our land glut now. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got... we have our own Dazzling Angel, I guess. But now we need a way to punch through. Make Your Move is not doing anything because it's a power check. It should be a toughness check. Yes, we can... Now this might be a bit late. But yeah, now that I think of it, if I manage to survive this game, which is going to be kind of tough. I know I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know I have 5 more lands, so we only have 2 more cards left. One of them is a Claws Out, which... Yeah, we might end up losing this one, sadly. Wait. There is another play. Our problem is if our opponent gains any more life, and if we start drawing cards, it actually gets closer to killing us. I'm gonna pass for now. Crystal Barricade, you have Hexproof. This is each opponent, so... But it prevents non-combat damage. Oh, non-combat, that's fine. But the life gain is not fine, though. Thankfully, this is a destroy effect, but... You know what? It's an artifact, we can destroy it. Here's our Claws Out. I guess we can swing with this. They might have a counter spell at this point. Can't really do anything about it. I'd be hoping that our opponent is not able to land any more creatures. Oh, they really bricked. Oh my, we barely made... We were literally surviving on the Claws Out. Okay, we got that one, but that was such a stressful one win. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that was so tough. Okay, first let's make that change. As much as I like this, it's never lining up. I would rather have the Macabre Waltz at this point. Do I want a second Mischievous Pup? Not quite yet. I still like every other creature. there's an argument for having like a vampire soul caller or a gutless plunder. No, not the plunder. Soul caller at least. Soul shackled zombie is match dependent. This one is fine. No, but I like the deck as it is. And we are admittedly struggling quite a bit, but we did get there. Control into Tolarian Terror. Our previous opponent, control into Tolarian Terror. The Tolarian Terror is fairly decent late game threat. If it's not, though it's kind of mid as a late game threat, you really want to be playing it as a mid game threat in blue red spells. Our opponent did not exhibit that many spells as blue black, so that's probably why they discarded it right away. But the asymmetrical board wipe, yeah. But that was a really good moment. Okay. A bit awkward without the 2-drop, but I am keeping this. Fanatical Fire Branch. Okay, there's our 2-drop. If our opponent sacks the Fire Branch for the Burglar Rat, it's fine. Ooh. Okay, this might be a problem. Oh, it's red-white aggro. They do have 4 power creatures. Sunless Healer. I'm gonna hold for now. Also, this requires red to... Okay, so opponent is holding back. I will swing with everything. That's the expected trade. So take note, Macabre Waltz is returned up to 2. So probably discard the amulet at this point, because I want to be able to cast one of these Prideful Parents. That was a very early reinforcements. They might have more of these if they're, yep, they had more of those if they're willing to pop it off. 6. How many copies of it does our opponent have? That's the question. This is 2 copies already. If I see a third copy, then yeah, our opponent's really on the train. On the terror, rather, sorry. Okay, opponent's on standstill now. Unfortunately, we're bricking, so there is an issue there. That Macabre Waltz did a lot more work. Now, our opponent might have the combat trick making these indestructible, so... So we're now hoping for a Claws out to close the game. Or more creatures at least. Our opponent is really brick, well, so are we. Opponent has the healers off, but we know they brick. Well, we're still bricking. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh, they might have something. They didn't play it right away. Goblin borders, 4-3. Okay. Wow, we're really bricking. What the heck? So if I attack with this, we go... Yeah, we hold back. We can wait. Okay, they can start swinging at us there. Yeah, they stopped bricking. They already started hitting things. Okay, we might be able to stop the brick as well. So if I swing with this, I could take down 2 cards. They go, but I still have to face off against this. No, we're still waiting. It's a bit unfortunate that we have to wait on this one, but that is the weakness of our deck. But okay, now they're at 6. We're at 2. If they have a shot, yeah, they had the burst strike. He should have tried to go for it. Unfortunately, it didn't quite line up there. Yeah, unfortunately, we lost the slap fest, but we did get 4 wins. So so that was a pretty reasonable outcome for us. We'll take it for what it's worth. We were honestly missing a lot of removal. We really wanted the cheap removal, especially for this one. The board wipe was fine. We ended up mostly in white on white, so it is what it is. But there you go. Reasonable outcome, I guess. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. There's our 9 lives familiar. And there's the slag storm that wiped us out on our second loss. That was so annoying. Second loss, first loss. I think it's our second loss. Our first loss was mana issues. Actually, Root Animus is quite good. We did pass one of these because we were not sure we were gonna end up on lifegain. We really... Oh, and the Vengeful Blood Witch was the one we needed the most. That was what we were looking for. Hey, I guess if we don't draft it, we just end up drawing it, I guess. Anyway, and there's a Crystal Barricade that, well, didn't do much. There you go. Many thanks to you, Jericho Lagan. Thank you, Clinton, for tuning in. Yeah, again, many condolences. And really, may the peace of God be with you all. Wish you guys a great rest of the week. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. And have a great week, everyone. Take care.